What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back for another video. And in case you did not see my last video, I talked about the Browns being chosen to coach in the Senior Bowl. I forgot to mention that the Browns are coaching the South team. Just to take away any confusion, the Bears will coach the North team. So this gives the Browns coaching staff an opportunity to really get to know the players, see how they are up close and personal. Besides the, pro days and the combine. Get to see what they look like in real game situations against the other seniors. So that'd be fun. Can't wait to watch that. I know Hugh Jackson loves it. He said he'd jump at the opportunity. He was probably waiting by the phone, waiting for the invitation. Knowing Hugh. But yeah, we'll see what they do. But this is my second Browns mock draft. My first of the new year. And my first since the season ended. So without further delay, my computer's been having some troubles lately, so I'm going to try and fly through this one. So, starting off, first pick of the draft. The Browns. I have the Browns selecting Myles Garrett. Obvious pick. We need a guy who can consistently get to the backfield, stuff the run, attack the quarterback, make the opposing offensive coordinators sweat a little bit, make them think about running to that side of the ball, because our pass rush has been very, very, not there. It's garbage. It's been garbage the past few years, I don't know when the last time we had a good pass rush was. 2014? When we had, I think, Desmond Bryant, Armani Bryant, and Paul Kruger. I believe that's the last time we had a very good pass rush. We got a guy who can plug up the middle in Danny Shelton, and then we got Agba to man up the other side. I think it's the right side. I'm pretty sure it is. We just need someone to put opposite of Agba, and I think Garrett will be that kind of guy. Watch out if we get Garrett. It's going to be awesome watching this defense, especially if Ray Horton does what he did week 17 all season long. Bring the heat. Challenge these quarterbacks. I'm tired of watching these quarterbacks sitting in the pocket for freaking 6-7 seconds picking apart our secondary. It's not good. Not good at all. So moving on, 12th pick in the first round. Thank you, Philly. I have the Cleveland Browns selecting Teez Tabor out of Florida. Of course, those Florida corners are very, very good. Just look at Vernon Hargreaves and Joe Hayden, for that matter. Those two are very, very good corners. Vernon's got a bright future ahead of him in Tampa. I think if we get Jalen Tabor, that would add another great, corner to complement Joe Hayden and Jamar Taylor. I'm still looking at the fact that we traded for Jamar Taylor in the draft. I guess you can say we got Jamar in the draft, even though it was a trade. But that was a good pickup, though. Jamar finished the season tied for the lead in interceptions with 3. So that's good, It's good. By the way, his wife actually favorited one of my tweets. That's nice to see. I love seeing that. I tweeted Jamar Taylor got an interception. I think it was against the Chargers. And, his wife actually, liked it. That was nice to see, I like it when, NFL players and their, and their the family of NFL players, I like when they interact with the fans, I like that. You tweet about them, they favorite it. It shows that they're not above people. And I love it. I love it. So, moving on. Second round, the Browns have 2 picks. First pick in the second round, 33rd overall, I have the Cleveland Browns selecting Desmond King out of Iowa, cornerback. Again, keeping up with the secondary. Gotta refit that secondary because it is trash right now. We got some good pieces. Joe Hayden, he's losing his wheels a little bit, I guess you could say. dude can't get on the field. Jamar Taylor looked good this past year. Brian Body Calhoun was a surprise. And of course they moved Tramon Williams to safety. So I think, guys like Tabor and King will definitely boost the secondary big time. All right. Next pick, second round, 20th pick in the second round, 52nd overall. I have the Browns going defensive line and drafting Jaleel Johnson out of Iowa. Again, pass rush. This dude can do that. We need it. He would be a good pick. If you can generate, as long as you can generate a pass rush, hey, I'm all for it. If he can get after the quarterback, hey, welcome to the Browns, fam. Enjoy your time here. All right, next pick, third round. We have one pick. The first pick in the third round, I have the Browns going offense, finally, and drafting Pat Elflein, center out of Ohio State. Definitely. We need a center. I'm tired of watching Cameron Irving getting embarrassed week in and week out. Although this past week they had him at right tackle. He did okay. Then he got hurt. Sean Coleman went in there and did amazing. I would honestly have Sean Coleman be our, primary right tackle. And then you can have like Greco or Drango be our right guard. Of course, you can have Elflein be our center. Left guard will be Bitonio, and left tackle is, of course, the GOAT himself, Joe Thomas. All right, so moving on. Fourth round, first pick in the fourth round, 106 overall. I have the Cleveland Browns selecting Zach Banner, guard out of Southern Cal. Again, great pick. He's not necessarily going to be a starter, but we need depth, and this dude will be good for that. I mean, if he doesn't start, hey, he'll be a more than useful backup. I tell you that, especially with the injuries that our offensive line is known for having. We had two guards go down. Both of our guards went down with the same injury, a mid-foot sprain, I think it was. LaFranc injury, I think that's what they call it. LaFranc, something like that. It's crazy. It ended their season, man. It sucks. All right, next pick. I'm flying through this, like I said. Fourth round, 35th pick in the fourth, 140 overall. I have the Browns selecting Kareem Hunt, running back out of Toledo, Ohio-born kid. This dude tore up high school football in Ohio. I mean, the dude was doing amazing things, man. He's a hard guy to bring down, great vision. This dude just, in the NFC North, NFC North. In the AFC North, weather it gets brutal. This dude knows how to run in this weather. I think he'd be great here. Imagine if we had Trubisky and Hunt in the backfield. Oh my God, Lake County backfield. Okay. Moving on. Fifth round, we have three picks. The first pick in the fifth, 146 overall. I have the Browns selecting Obi Melifonwu, safety out of Connecticut. Okay, I did not know who this dude was until I looked him up. 6'3". This dude is 6'3". We need a guy like that in the, in pretty much the outfield. I mean, you throw the ball near him, he's most likely going to go up there and grab it, nab it from your hands and return it the other way. Imagine Obi Melifonwu, maybe backing up Jalen Tabor or Desmond King. That'd be great to see, man. Be a great pick, I'll tell you that. All right, with the 31st pick in the fifth round, or 176 overall, I have the Browns going safety again, and this time picking Jadar Johnson out of Clemson. This dude likes to run his mouth, kind of like Adam Peckman-Jones. He likes to run his mouth. This dude talked about J.T. Barrett saying, he's just an average quarterback. We need a guy who can, get in the head of the opposing, receivers or, get in the head of the other team. Make them think about him, Not to mention he's a pretty good safety, too. You could put him next to Derek Kindred or Ibrahim Campbell. You could probably put him on special teams as well. That'd be cool. Next pick, again, I'm flying through this, trying to get this over with. I do not know if my computer will crash. It's been doing that to me all night. I hate it. But anyways, let's continue. Final pick in the 5th round, 35th pick in the round, 180th overall. I have the Browns going wide receiver and drafting Josh Reynolds out of Texas A&M. I do not know too much about this dude, but I'm gonna be looking up some tape on this dude. You know, if you are a Texas A&M fan, you feel free to fill me in on this dude. I mean, hey, another receiver to add to the core. This dude may not even make the team. I don't even know. Wouldn't be surprised if he's one of those surprise guys that comes out of nowhere. But we'll see. And finally, the last pick of the draft for the Browns. First pick in the 6th round, 186th overall. I have the Browns going offensive tackle Storm Norton out of Toledo. Again, this guy may not even make the team, but he's, again, a depth selection. Again, just to try to bolster this offensive line, which has had a rash of injuries over the years. It's always good to know that you got a capable backup, So if someone goes down, you're like, oh, okay, he's back in there. Okay, this guy's in there. We're good. We're still Gucci. No worries. I don't have sweaty palms yet until that dude gets hurt. Then you really start getting nervous, But yeah, that is the second Browns mock draft. I will have my first full round mock draft most likely tomorrow, pending some unforeseen circumstances. But we will see. Yeah. Tell me what you think. Again, this is only my second one. It will change. That's for sure. The only one that probably will not change is Myles Garrett. Again, pending something crazy going on with him. Like he all of a sudden decides to go back to school. Because it's like once he finds out the Browns are going to draft him, he decides to go back to school. No. Nope. But yeah, until next time, I am Crazy Dog 99. Go Browns. Go Tribe. We lost Rajay Davis today. He's now an Athletic. Sad. But whatever. It's baseball. We got Edwin Encarnacion. And go Cavs. And go Blue Jackets. They won 16 consecutive games. Wow. That's insane, man. They've won more games in a row than the Browns have won probably in the last few years. But yeah, I'm Crazy Dog, and I'm out. Go Browns.